What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure. We're going to their 1991 album Chorus again. I'm particularly enjoying this, as I mentioned, just one for the mere experience of listening to another Erasure album. I've come to really enjoy their music. I mean, I enjoyed it from childhood. I just didn't know their catalog nearly as well as a couple of the other groups that I had followed. And as I said, not only am I loving going through this deep dive of their material, but I was told in advance by Han Solo, friend of the channel, that this album had a bit more of an electronic feel. Even in the first few songs, I've already picked up on that, but it still has, you know, all the other hallmarks that make Erasure what I have come to understand in both the old phase and more recently. So it's a good way that they sort of evolve their sound while maintaining lines of continuity as well. But we're up to the fourth tune on the album, which is called Breath of Life. Instantly it makes me think of the ancient Greek concept of spirit, which, if you didn't know, like, the original meaning of the word spirit was literally about the way in which respiration, breath, was seen by ancient thinkers as essential for life, and so it became, it was referred to by the term spirit, which, like, it was breath or to breathe. And it was seen that, you know, when people were breathing, they were living, they were animated, and when they ceased to breathe, and when other animals ceased to breathe, that life force was no longer there. So spirit came to mean not only breath in a literal sense, but breath in a sort of, you know, metaphysical sense. So when I see the phrase breath of life, that does come to mind right away, and the idea that it could relate to spirit, you know, in a more like modern understanding as a sort of like essence or a sort of non-physical dimension of a, you know, humans or some person's existence. So we'll have to see if that relates to it, or if it is more about breath in a literal sense, but maybe even then like a metaphor. It is about respiration, less so the sort of metaphysical context, but even then breathing could be about, you know, breathing in time with someone in a sort of intimate setting, or it could manifest in a number of other ways. So we'll have to see the specifics of it, but like I said, that's what jumps out when I read that title. So let's get to it. This is Erasure, Breath of Life, from their 1991 album Chorus. Oof, dramatic intro. I like the roll in, and now this austere but like profound and deep. Like, oh my god. Again, the electronic feel. I feel like this is like the beginning of a trance track. I had to tell a lie because I left choices up to them, to other people, to the people that I was with. I like the way he keeps with that O, and I like the oh. And then a meteor coming down from the sky. Coming up for air, being submerged in something to the point where, like, you can't breathe, and to maintain life you have to get up to the surface again. Oh my god. I'm trying to talk about the themes, but the sonics are just like capturing my brain. So again, like, up until this point, there's been a passive engagement with critical junctures in their life. resolving not to live that way anymore, to take a greater degree of control. Oh. Right before this part, I can feel the Depeche Mode connection. Again, I realize this is years later, like a decade after he left, but and again, it's a positive, uplifting sort of sentiment being expressed. There's a bit of swagger to that. God, Andy's voice. Masterpiece. That one is fantastic. Clearly that bleeds into the next track. Yeah, that was brilliant. I don't remember it. That's not one. I think, Erasure by this period, for some reason, they just weren't being played as much here in the States. So yeah, I'm not sure why, because again, only like a few years before this, absolutely, a lot of their hits were being played. As I mentioned before, my sister was a fan. She even went to a concert back in the day, so yeah, like definitely stuff from like Wonderland and the Circus, I think, was being played here. Not sure why, maybe the chorus wasn't played here as much, but yeah, despite not recognizing that, that was brilliant, that was fantastic, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's on the edge of sounds that in the next few years I think would be called trance, but it's still a synth poppy sort of mode. Indeed, the kick drum wasn't kind of the same kick drum you would expect in a trance track, so it was like electronic, laced or saturated synth pop. I absolutely love it. I mean, synth pop is by nature electronic, but again, I feel the 90s electronica vibe on this more. So again, shout out to Han Solo. It was a very insightful comment, which is, sort of already helped me kind of understand some of what I'm hearing. So anyway, tell me what you thought of that one. Other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.